Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and as you can see, this is a very different kind of a setup. Actually, I'm in Mumbai and I was invited by ASUS. In fact, ASUS is launching this ASUS ExpertBook, and this review unit they had sent me about 2 weeks ago. And yes, it's a really good laptop, but the kind of service that they're going to offer with this laptop is very, very different. That's why I wanted to talk with Mr. Dinesh, who's head of ASUS, business laptop division. And I got a gist of the laptop, Dinesh. It's a very good laptop with a lot of specs and stuff. But again, the important thing about this laptop is the kind of services that you're offering. And again, this is a business-centric laptop. But generally, we already had business laptops in the industry. But again, you guys are trying to do something very different with this one. In fact, I believe you told that generally, if people want to buy business laptop, they have to do a bulk order of 40, 50 units or something. But that's not the case with this one. Even normal consumers or even small business owners can opt into this. So what is this business laptop, and can regular users also buy this? Can you give a gist about this? What is this all about?
Sure. Thank you so much, Ranjit, first of all, for doing this and also coming up with this concept. Really appreciate it. So basically, when we actually started our business laptop division, something like in 2020, and we were looking at multiple segments of customers. What we actually realized is that typically enterprises or businesses who have more than 50 people, they are quite well aware of why they should be choosing a business laptop.
Okay.
And what is the key difference between a business laptop and, let's say, a normal laptop, right? Because, as I think people in general understand very well that there is a difference between, let's say, normal laptops and gaming laptops.
Yeah.
But what we realize is that in general, for rest of the users who are actually professional users, they didn't have enough realization of that there is a category such as business laptops. There is different segment of business laptops, and it has different build quality. It has different. It's designed for business use.
Okay.
And then it has got a full ecosystem support. Okay, in terms of services, solutions, which are actually more designed for business users. Now, just to give you some important aspects, like for example, if I am a business user, if I am actually running any kind of a business, I'm a chartered accountant, or let's say if I am running retail or whichever business I'm running, trading, etc. I am ultimately using the laptop for the full day.
Typically 8 hours or more.
If you look at smaller businesses, they might be working even on Saturdays.
Obviously.
So they would therefore end up working about 300 days a year with that laptop. And just imagine they would use it for 7 to 8 hours at least daily. And they are looking at the screen for that much time. They're traveling with the laptop. They need, the similar kind of durability and battery life that we need, when we travel. They need multiple ports connectivity.
Okay, obviously.
Now, this is, these are some of the important aspects, when you talk about the product build. And we'll talk about it more maybe later. But then now let's look at other key aspects, like, for example, service.
So you were telling earlier these are more durable laptops.
Yes.
To sustain longer periods of maybe like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
True.
Okay.
True. Absolutely right.
Sorry to interrupt. You're talking about the service because that's an important part as a business.
Yes. So let's say you're working from morning 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., right? Or let's say you might be a person who will start late and late.
Obviously.
Let's say if you're a retail store, you will start at, maybe your real traffic would start at 11, go up to 9 in the night for sure, right? Now, as you know, laptops are business critical. PCs are business critical. So if something goes wrong with your product, you need to have somebody on the other line available to respond on an immediate basis.
Okay.
So you need 9 to 9 service availability at least Monday to Saturday.
Okay.
But consumer call centers typically operate from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And even other, I can't comment for others, but our business service hotline, that operates from morning 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for 6 days a week, for example. Okay. Then you need, you don't have time to go to a service center, right? Yes. You need on-site service. And again, India is such a vast country. Therefore, you need a very robust service network to reach majority of PIN codes, with on-site service support, so that you don't need to actually, go to a service center, spend your time going, coming, etc.
You say my laptop has a problem, this business laptop.
Yeah.
Your service people will come to my office or residence and get it fixed.
Yes, 100% on-site service.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, we do have our service centers, which are like 200 plus right now in the country at ASUS level. But nonetheless, we've designed the service in a manner that it's worry-free for you.
Okay, so the service center comes to you instead of you going to the service center?
Correct.
Okay, so that's an important thing.
Right.
So this is about service. Anything else apart from this one?
Apart from that, there are multiple other aspects, like security is another big aspect.
Yes.
So one aspect is, of course, how do we, people need to really realize that what is more valuable for them, especially when you're a business user. You have client information, you have your own confidential intellectual property that you're actually, creating with your efforts, right? Now, what is the price of that? Like, everybody understands that, okay, I'm looking at the price of the laptop. And which one I'm buying.
Now, particularly for me, I would say, yes, the laptop might cost 50,000 or whatever, but if it gets stolen or something happens, the NDAs and the stuff that I have and the data, if it falls in the wrong hand, companies might sue me. So that will go crazy.
True.
So what do you do about security compared to normal laptops? So that's an important part, I feel.
Yes. So there are, hardware level changes which are there in the laptop, which make it relatively much more secure compared to standard consumer laptops.
So encryption is there by default, you're telling?
Encryption has to be activated by the user. Okay. Because you need to log into your Microsoft account. Okay. And then you need to activate it. But it supports hardware such as discrete trusted platform module.
Okay. So across the line, this is there in the features. Even your basic ones and everything.
True. Okay. Now what we're trying to do is that we are trying to say that, okay, there are a host of functionalities, even like, for example, convenience, your charging convenience. Okay, you're traveling most of the time, as a businessman, you need to travel, right? And at that point of time, how can we make it much more easier for you to charge your laptop? See, we've looked at the fact that, and all of us are aware, that mobile charging infrastructure is very robust in public, right? You sit in an aircraft, you've got a Type A to Type C cable, the voltage is enough to charge your phone, right? How can we leverage that infrastructure, to charge your laptop? Okay, so that basically what we are aiming to do is we are aiming to ensure that anyone who is into business, a professional, and is looking at buying a laptop, right? He gets a complete worry-free experience. Okay. Whether
so all your range, I know this is the top-end version that I'm testing. This has Type-C port for charging.
Yes.
So the Type-C charging is across the
the range.
Okay.
Across the range.
And the charger is also very interesting because I tested the charger and I charged my smartphone and was charging at full speed.
Absolutely.
65 watt, whatever it is.
Absolutely, Ranjit. So thanks for actually highlighting this, because what we've done with the Type-C charger, and this is typically now, even if laptops support Type-C chargers, right, they're coming with only PD type chargers, right? So they will basically charge your laptop for sure, but they'll charge it up to a certain wattage. Maybe
and your phone, it will also charge, but slowly.
Correct. So you're right. So laptops, they'll charge at 65 watts, but phone, they'll charge it at 18 watts. What we've added to now the charger inside the box is PPS technology as well, which is programmable power, solution or service, whatever it's called. And what that does is that it actually then, adjusts the charging wattage basis your phone's wattage and goes up to 65 watts. So you get, fast charging for your phone as well.
So just one charger you would carry across for your mobiles and your... So that's actually a nice feature, I would say.
Yes. I think most of your devices today, right, are coming now with Type-C charging, right? Including headsets, the new Bluetooth headsets, etc., coming with Type-C charging.
It's become universal.
So therefore, you're just carrying one charger. And the important thing while traveling is, you have to look at not only the weight of the laptop, but you have to look at the weight of the chargers as well. Now, A, it eliminates multiple chargers. B, it, it's a very compact, lightweight charger as well. So therefore, it kind of, takes care of all your charging solutions which are there. And of course, then for these kind of laptops, because they're designed for business, they're designed for a bit of travel, they're lightweight, but at the same time, the battery capacity is more.
Okay.
So it starts itself with 50 watts, goes up to 63 watt hours.
Okay.
So 50 watt hours to 63 watt hours gives you easily a very good, battery life on your product, on your laptop when you're actually traveling. So even that aspect has been thought through very well.
Yeah, this one, the top end is coming with the Lunar Lake, and this is getting fabulous battery life.
True.
I just traveled and I didn't get the charger, and I'm okay with it.
Correct.
So that typical full day plus a little bit, it handles easily.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, another question I had is, as you guys are targeting towards business, What about warranty? Because this is typically, I get this question a lot. Most of the laptops generally that are sold in India come with 1 year of warranty.
Yes.
How about this one? Can user opt for more warranty? Because a laptop is something that you don't change after a year or two. Typically 3 years, 4 years, even 5 years you'll use it. So what about that? Are you guys offering something extra?
I think excellent question. So basically, like there are warranty packs available for extension. Okay. But today, if you look at the way the consumer goes to buy a laptop in the market, in general, I'm not talking about the enterprises, because again, what we want to do is get full enterprise capability to even a single professional.
Oh, this question I had, I wrote this, sir. So yes, you mean I don't have to be a big business to buy this laptop.
Correct.
Even if I'm a normal person, I can buy it.
That's right.
Okay. So that's very interesting.
Yes. See, normal people can still go to the market and probably buy a business laptop. The realization that we have is that majority of the people don't even know that there is a different range of business laptops available. And second, the regular retail is not attuned to selling a business laptop. They sell typically consumer laptops. And so what did we start doing different, right? So one, to ensure that even a single user professional or a small business buys this laptop. Small businesses and these single user professionals, they are buying Windows Home plus MS Office, right? So we are bringing a business grade product, a business laptop with Windows Home and Office.
Okay, got it.
And then what we are also trying to do, we partnered with Flipkart in a manner that we will have the complete solution to be purchased at the same time. So you buy the laptop and then you will have extended warranty pack available. You will have extended, accidental damage protection plan.
Oh, so these are all packs that a person can just select while he is ordering the laptop.
True. And then there is a battery warranty extension pack.
Okay.
So therefore what happens is when you are buying the laptop itself, and these would be now ASUS packs. These will not be third party packs.
Okay.
Because hitherto what was happening is that when customers were going on online platforms and buying, they were not getting the warranty extension from the company. There were probably third party providers who were providing it.
Okay.
But here now when they go to buy the ASUS ExpertBook from Flipkart, they will be able to also purchase ASUS extended warranty, ASUS accidental damage protection plan, ASUS battery warranty extension. So that you've got complete peace of mind from ASUS and get a complete worry-free service experience from ASUS.
And the service, I believe ASUS is handling it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And couple of other interesting things which are small but matter. Like I already spoke about the fact that call center operates from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Other small things, like for example, when you extend the warranty of your laptop, does your charger warranty also get extended automatically or not?
Oh.
Because what happens is in majority of...
Yeah, they're treated as separate accessories.
True,
right?
true. But in our case, what we are doing is we are saying, you extend the warranty of your laptop and your charger warranty gets extended automatically.
Okay. So it's a complete package.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And same way, international warranty, which is going to be valid in 80 countries, is also included.
Oh, that's actually very good because business user will be traveling.
True, and you're not paying anything extra for that. So, and the good part is when you extend your warranty, the global warranty also gets extended.
Oh, okay, nice.
So then when you are traveling, as a businessman in any of the countries, like you are getting directly warranty in that particular country as well. Now this, therefore, kind of is aiming towards giving you a complete worry-free service experience.
Okay. And again, the best part is you don't have to go to the service center.
True.
Those guys actually come out to your location and do that. That's a big deal for people who are very, very busy. Because what will happen otherwise, one day you go to the service center, he'll say, okay, come after 2 days.
Yeah.
And you waste almost a day just doing that.
Correct.
So yeah, that's very good. Another thing is that as you're telling that you'll get extended warranties and all those things.
Right.
So what about durability? Because this is something that I have been getting from users. Yes, great specs, great everything. But many times people have issues with the hinges and that. Dinesh, as we were talking about durability, can you talk a little bit more about durability? This is the top end P5. So what about the durability of this laptop?
Yeah, Ranjit, can I take the laptop from you to talk about the durability?
This is my review. Shit.
So that's the kind of, durability we built across the range, by the way. It's highly, highly durable for everyday use. So if you are using a business laptop, right, there are multiple things which matter from a durability perspective. Let's start with as basic as the Hinge usage. How many times do you open and close your laptop in a day?
Roughly 10, 15?
Okay, so let's say an average user won't, like typically use more than 10 times. Like 10 is a good number, or let's say even if you take 15. And in a year, if you typically look at it, people work for 250 to 300 days a year. Just 52 weekends, and if you are taking 2 days off, that's, 100 days gone in any case. But even if you're not, then 300 days. So if we take a number of, let's say, 250 to 300 days a year, and you go, let's say, on an average 10 times open and close cycles, you are opening and closing a laptop 2,500 to 3,000 times a year.
In a year, yeah.
Right? The entire ExpertBook P series from ASUS, the hinges, they are 180 degrees. So, they don't have those stress limits, where you kind of push
User
it
might
beyond,
push it, yeah.
right, the threshold. And secondly, these hinges are tested for 50,000 times continuous open and close cycle.
Okay.
Which means if you calculate 50,000 divided by 2,500 to 3,000, okay, that would be roughly between
17 to
16
20, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
20 years.
17 to 20 years of usage. Another important thing is, the pressure on the lid. So you're traveling by trains, buses, people are pushing your bag, you're keeping your bag in the flight, people are coming and dumping their stuff at the top, right? So this, like for example, the P5, here we have a 30 kg pressure test on the A part.
Okay.
Okay, so this can take a lot of pressure, and this won't pass the pressure to your display. And therefore, you won't have the risk of your LCD breaking.
Okay.
Okay, with this kind of high pressure.
And this is across the range.
Yes, so 30 kgs on P5, 28 kgs on ExpertBook P3, and then you've got 25 kgs, which is also a lot, like compared to your standard laptops, on ExpertBook P1.
Okay.
So each of these models has been robustly designed to ensure that the pressure doesn't go through the lid.
Okay.
Now, coming to the keyboard usage, right? Because you're going to use your laptop a lot more, right? As a business user. So each key on the keyboard is tested for 1 crore times.
That's 10 million.
Yes.
10 million key presses.
Yes. And the spill resistance on the keyboard is between 66 to 78 cc. So this one is 78, P1 and P3. ExpertBook P1 and P3 are 66. So even if there is some liquid spill that happens on it accidentally, it can take care of it.
Okay.
Further, the practical aspect of it is even in terms of, moisture content during rainy season. Okay, so your keyboard failure rate probability is very, very low when you have this kind of spill resistance. Coming to the ports, again, these are the parts that you actually use a lot, right? So each port is tested for minimum 5,000 times.
Okay.
And the most used port, which is the C
Type
port.
C port.
Yeah,
which do the charging
etc. Right? So that's been tested for 15,000 times plug-in and plug-outs. Okay. So therefore, and inside, okay, which we'll show later probably, okay, there you've got metal bracing on the ports.
So instead of just talking about the internals, Dinesh has just opened up one of the laptops. So Dinesh, can you now just give us an idea about the expandability, because now we can actually see the internals.
Thanks, Ranjit.
And this is the P1, right?
Yeah, this is the mainstream product, which is P1. So when it comes to expandability, let's start first with the RAM. So you can see here, these are two actually DIMM slots.
So one is pre-populated, one is empty.
Correct. So if you want to, it's so simple, like if you want to add RAM to it, you just, open these two clips and, the RAM
just comes out.
can be just, taken out, and then you can add another RAM. So it's fairly simple. And then it's just like kind of, you can actually plug the RAM back in, into the product. So it's that simple. And here you've got one SSD, which is called 2280, so 22mm by 80mm SSD, which is already pre-populated. You've got a slot here, for a 2230, so 22 by 30mm, but capacities can still remain the same. And now coming to other important aspects, like what we were talking about, like the battery, which you were concerned of how easy it is. So it's very simple, toolless. You just open these two clips and you can actually just simply, take out the connector and remove the battery. It is that simple to remove the battery. And if you look at it now from a durability perspective, you can see here that all the ports, have this metal bracing.
Yeah, I noticed
metal
that.
bracing inside, to give it that additional protection for taking that 9 kgs of force. And you've got here the optical chassis intrusion alert sensor. And to give the whole, this product is made out of polycarbonate plus ABS plastic blend, right? But inside, if you see this whole chassis, right, it's full metal internally. So it's like here, even if you see around the whole periphery of it, you can see that there is full metal chassis inside to give it the kind of robust durability. Now you can see how large the thermals are. So you can see a very large heat sink, you can see a large 8 mm heat pipe, and then you have the fan out here with a heat sink with a lot of fins inside to take the air out. And we just see the back cover where inside there's a mesh.
Dinesh, there is also some dust protection you were talking about. What is that?
Oh yeah. So, and the back cover, where we have a larger air vent for better air intake, we've also put in a dust mesh. As you can see, so there's a full metal dust mesh inside the back cover. So this prevents dust from entering like your laptop and then like clogging your thermals, which can then impact your cooling and performance.
Makes sense.
So that's what we've also added. We've taken care of that.
Oh, cool. Okay, now talking about the ports, this is the high-end one, P5, and it has all the ports. We have again 2 Type-C ports, which are actually Thunderbolt, full functional Thunderbolt. We also have a HDMI 2.1. We also have a Type-A port and a headphone jack. And on this end, another Type-A port. Okay, apart from that, the P3 and the P1 also have this RJ45 jack, which can also be important for businesses. These laptops, apart from the regular stuff, are also upgradable, which is a rarity now in the current age, because these days laptops you hardly can upgrade.
Yes. Good part is when you're expanding RAM or storage both, your original RAM and original storage, you can just retain it inside the laptop. That is anyway carrying the warranty from ASUS.
Okay,
so we are taking care of that. You don't need to worry about that. And therefore, you can just buy additional capacity that is required. And it is relatively cheaper for you. Because, like when you're only buying an 8 GB RAM extra, or let's say you're buying a 16 GB RAM extra to make 32 GB, or let's say you're buying another 512 GB SSD, it will cost you much lower.
Yeah.
So your incremental cost is lower. And your service on your one of the components is anyway, like kind of taken care of by ASUS itself, so your warranty doesn't get impacted on your entire original system.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so these kind of aspects then, like really help you a lot. And the other good part about, let's say, dual SSD setup is all these models support a functionality, which is, called typically like RAID 1. Okay. Where for simplistic understanding, it allows you to take the backup of your data while you're working on the laptop automatically. So therefore, you get again peace of mind that if you're a kind of a user who says my
very
data
critical
is so
work
precious,
or whatever, you have that redundancy.
True. So that is another important benefit that you have out there with the expandability which is there with the RAM and the storage on the product. Yes.
Interesting. One question I had, as this is a business laptop, let's say something happened and I lost my laptop and I'm not able to locate it.
Yeah.
And there is critical data on this one, which I do not want to be like somebody steals it, whatever, to access that data.
I think excellent question. So first of all, when it comes to data security, one of the key aspects that we would like to, like kind of educate our customers is that what is your assumption? When you are actually just putting a password on your laptop, what is your assumption? Do you think that once you lose your laptop, I get it, like for example, anybody gets it, if he just removes your SSD or hard disk, whatever is there in the laptop,
plug it in, and use it.
You can just simply plug it in, and a lot of files, except which are specifically saved in certain folders of Windows, where you need the Windows password, are all accessible like a pen drive. So your data is completely accessible then, to anybody who just gets hold of your laptop. And another scenario that, so therefore, what we want to educate is that all these 3 models, would support Windows data encryption capability.
Okay.
Through Windows device encryption. And they have Trusted Platform Module 2.0, which offers very, very robust hardware-based encryption that results into, the keys, etc., being stored on a separate chip, which is the discrete Trusted Platform Module chip on the laptop. Rather than on a typical consumer laptop, which will have firmware TPM. That firmware is residing in your CPU. And if somebody does, like kind of create an attack or, like is able to bypass your software systems, then it is relatively more vulnerable. Even if it has, even if you've done encryption. So people need to realize that they need to utilize the encryption capability which Windows is offering. And they need to understand some simple steps, like they need to have that 48-digit encryption key, which Microsoft would then provide you for your data. You need to save it separately. at a safe location, so that if ever there was such kind of an eventuality where your laptop is lost and you recover back, or let's say an eventuality where something else fails and you need to recover your data, at that point of time you can use that 40-digit key.
One more thing I noticed is that at least this is the top end version.
Yes.
This one is having a matte screen, and I appreciate matte screens because generally, like if you are behind a window or something, a lot of glare is there. So this matte screen that you're giving is across the range or only on the top end?
Oh, fantastic point actually. So yes, the anti-glare display or the matte screen, right? Anti-glare display is across the range. And it is important for business, because you're seeing the screen like 7-8 hours a day. You're sitting in conditions where the lighting, even in the office, in the roof, is pretty bright. So when we sit on the table, the screen kind of tilts a little forward.
Yeah, the glare, it's a big headache actually.
And then you're not realizing, but then you are, like kind of tiring your eyes looking at glare along with the screen. So, the anti-glare display being default makes a lot of sense for business
Across the
users.
range.
Across the range.
Okay, interesting. Another thing is that as you guys are going to be selling this with Flipkart, but let's say a business person or a user wants to check this laptop in person or something. Is there a facility, or how do you go about it? Let's say it's a small business. I'm not a very big business. Maybe I want to order 7-8 units, but I'm not very comfortable. Like I just want to check it out. So what is it?
Yes. So what we've done as a first measure, and that's a very good question. The first measure that we've done is that we've created with Flipkart a new kind of an approach to give capability on the platform for a customer to initiate a video call. Okay, with a support service agent. So what the customer can do, talk to this particular person, ask queries. Not only that, but this support agent would also have the laptop physically. Okay, with him. So you are doing kind of a Teams call or a Zoom call or a
so it's a live one-to-one call.
It's a live one-to-one call. Yes.
Okay.
Just like you go to buy a product at the retail store, you have somebody helping you. Similarly, here the person would be helping you online through a video call, answer all your queries, have the product physically to show any kind of functionality that you are interested to see in, and give you a near virtual experience of the product. So that is something that we've also created at a scalable level. And for the bulk ordering part also, what we are doing is that we are creating capability for customers to register with Flipkart and us that they want to buy this in larger volume. So that is also something that we can, address it offline.
So you might, they'll be able to customize it a little bit more.
Yes, customize it more. We can go and meet them, show them the physical product. Okay, answer their other technical queries if any. And then you'll kind of address a larger buying requirement as well.
But again, this thing is very clear. Even if 1 unit a person wants to buy, he can buy it.
Of course.
Okay. Now let's talk about the different models that you have.
Yes.
This is the top end one.
Yes.
But I believe apart from this, you have 2 other ranges. So total of 3 ranges.
Yes.
So in what configurations are we going to get? And I don't know the pricing. You haven't mentioned me about the pricing, so I have no clue about it. Can we talk about that also?
Sure. Thanks a lot, Ranjit. So the way we've kind of designed, so when we are coming up with this particular, you can say new approach, or, meeting an unmet need in the market essentially. So what we've done is we've not just come up with one model, right? We have come up with all the different ranges which customers would want. So we've come up with a mainstream model, which is ASUS ExpertBook P1. We've come up with premium model, which is ASUS ExpertBook P3. And then we've come up with a flagship model, which is ExpertBook P5. Other good thing that we've done is touching the performance on all the 3 models. So on i5 and i7, even in the ExpertBook P1.
This is the base one. The P1 is the base one.
P1 is the base one. P3 is the...
Mid you could say, like, right?
Yeah. So there also, in the i5 and i7, we've used H series processors.
Those are generally used in H series in gaming laptops.
Correct. So as ASUS...
But these are not gaming laptops.
No, these are not. But we are giving them that kind of additional performance. Okay, which typical business laptops may also not give. So, when you compare them to other business laptops also, they will overscore on durability, they will overscore on performance, battery life.
Sustained operations and all those things.
Yes, and even like certain service aspects like standard international warranty and like having a call center available from 9 to 9, 6 days a week, battery warranty, charger warranty, device warranty being equal. These are not typically offered on other business laptops as well.
Regarding one question I have, because this is the P5 I know, this has dual authentication. Fingerprint, as well as Windows Hello IR.
Excellent point. Yes.
So, what about the lower end ones? I understand this is the top end. That's why
Yes.
it's getting it.
So P3 and P5 both have Windows Hello login
Okay.
with IR cameras as well as fingerprint sensors.
Okay.
The P1 would have a fingerprint sensor.
Okay.
Okay, so fingerprint sensor at the bare minimum in all three.
It's there. Okay.
It's there for sure.
And the service plan is the same even if you buy the, what do you say, P5 or the P1. The P1 also gets the same, what
Yes.
do you say, service.
All the service plans
Okay.
are identical across the models.
Okay.
So that way there is no differentiation that, okay, if you buy the P5, you get something extra. That's not the case. And even at the hardware level, we spoke about earlier discrete trusted platform module and the chip, helping with encryption and storing your passwords, etc. separately from your SSD or your CPU. And what we've done is we've also built in all the three models optical chassis intrusion alert. Now you might think, how does it help a normal user, like optical chassis intrusion alert? So the function is that if somebody were to open the back cover, when you restart the machine, it will give you a message on the screen.
It was open.
It was open. Now, I told you earlier as well, like
So
somebody...
this is for high level security, some people who get attacked or something, those kind of customers.
Maybe like that, but you take a simple case. Okay, let's say you're working in an office environment, somebody is unhappy with you. Okay, goes and opens your laptop. I said, if you've not encrypted your drive, he can copy your data. He closes it and he goes away. You don't come to know. You think,
Okay, he has
screen
copied
locker.
it. Okay.
Yeah, he's copied it and gone away. At least now you'll immediately get a
Prompt,
alert
it was
prompt
opened.
that your laptop was open.
So Dinesh, one more question I had, as you guys are collaborating with Flipkart, so what are the special features or and some offers that you are giving for this one?
I think excellent point. So when we collaborated with Flipkart, we wanted to. They also came up with this deep understanding and insight, where together we want to give this complete worry-free business experience. So we are together making certain changes, which Flipkart is doing from its side on its platform.
Okay.
So let's start with basic stuff that the business would need, right? So one, now when you're buying the laptop, you also get all the service packs, which is like warranty extension, accidental damage protection of ASUS to buy along with the laptop at the same time.
Okay. So the user just selects 1, 2, 3, whatever option and okay.
Correct. Second important point that we're doing is from a payments perspective. Now, as a business, you don't want to pay from your personal credit card or let's say personal bank account. So you can do a direct transfer from your business bank account to Flipkart.
Okay.
Okay. Third important thing is, like when it comes to other people, of course, they can also use your standard credit card or standard bank accounts or other payment options. They are also available. It's not like it's not available.
But businesses, if they want, that functionality is there. Okay.
Correct. So that functionality is there, which has been added. Another thing is like you can buy this in a lot of up to 7 directly.
Okay.
So if you want, let's say 7 units together, you can actually buy it together. And you can also place a request for a bulk order where somebody would
maybe a
get
business
back
might
to you.
want 25 units. So
Correct. So that's an additional, capability that we've added. And if you want to know more about the product and you want to, have a live chat, with an agent where you do a video call, where you actually get to more explanation about the product.
So it's a one-to-one, not a pre-recorded call.
True. One-to-one video call and somebody is there on the other line and they have the product and they show the product to you. So these are some of the new capabilities which which Flipkart has built onto the platform to support a better worry-free business buying experience for businesses.
And of course, as this is a business product, they'll be also getting GST benefits, I'm assuming.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So Dinesh, I think so we should end it. It's already become very long. And I feel it's actually a very nice product that you guys are bringing to the masses. This features, all these, what we were talking about, the business class features on laptop was restricted to a certain segment of users. So I'm happy that you guys are bringing it. So any last words you want to add?
Yeah, Ranjit, first of all, thank you, for this session. It was really interesting to do this with you. I just want to tell our viewers that yes, when you are actually a professional or a business user, you must consider what is right for you and go for that complete worry-free business experience which ASUS offers you with the ASUS ExpertBook P Series.
So that's what it is about this ASUS ExpertBook. And you guys, if you still have some questions, I tried to cover most of the points. Do let me know in the comment section below. And if I'm not able to get those, I'll ask your team,
Yes.
and we'll add that in the comment section. Anyways, guys, thanks for this one. And thank you, Dinesh, for inviting me to this podcast in Mumbai.
Thank you very much, Ranjit, and thank you everyone for watching this. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Catch you later. Bye-bye.